The film begins in 1823 on the island of Borneo. We see the Dayak Iban tribe members chasing people from other tribes. The chase ends when the people being chased are trapped at the edge of a cliff. One young man, named Lang, is among them. There, Lang bravely challenges the Dayak Iban tribe members to fight him one by one. He is ready to fight to the death and even behead his opponents, which is a tradition for the tribes in Borneo. Soon after, the chief of the Dayak Iban tribe, Sandai, steps forward and quickly defeats Lang. The story then takes us back to the 18th century. The tribes in Borneo live in groups in longhouses. At that time, Sandai takes good care of his family and duties. He often takes his two children, Meling and Linga, to the forest for fighting training. During these sessions, Sandai lets his children play with their friends, Mina and Sia. One day, Meling invites the others to a waterfall in the forest. There, Meling makes a promise with Linga, Mina, and Sia to always stay together, help each other, and love each other forever. Meling also gives Mina a hornbill heart as a sign of his love for her. At the same time, Meling's mom was very worried because her child hadn't come home. Some members of the Iban tribe searched but couldn't find the tribe leader's son. Then, Meling, Linga, Mina, and Sia finally came back. Meling's mom was really angry, especially because she knew Meling had been playing in the forest to hunt hornbills. She hit Meling with a piece of wood. And Linga, seeing this, couldn't bear it and protected Meling, taking the hits herself. The beating only stopped when Sandai arrived. Sandai was very sad when he saw Linga's body covered in wounds. Shortly after, he gently applied medicine to heal Linga's wounds. Unlike Sandai, his wife didn't care much about Linga. It was revealed that Linga was an adopted child Sandai had found in the forest when she was a baby. That's why Meling's mom loved her own child more than Linga. But Sandai tried to be fair and didn't treat his sons differently. The next day, Sandai and Meling practiced martial arts alone because Linga was still hurt. During the training, he explained the history of his machete. He told Meling that each mark on the machete showed the number of enemies he had defeated with that weapon. Not long after, some people from other tribes came and threatened Sandai. Meanwhile, Rangi, along with his group, had been targeting Sandai. Turns out, Rangi is the younger brother of Lang, who lost the fight with Sandai at the beginning of the film. At that time, Rangi came to get revenge for his brother's death. Feeling challenged, Sandai quickly accepted the fight. He easily defeated his opponents one by one. But then, one of Rangi's men captured Meling and threatened to kill him. Not wanting Meling to get hurt, Sandai surrendered, hoping his son would be spared. As a result, Rangi beheaded Sandai. Because of that, Sandai died, leaving Meling in a situation full of sadness and loss. Years went by, and now Meling, Linga, Mina, and Sia are adults. However, Meling still remembers his father's tragic death and feels a lot of anger. This anger makes him set a trap specifically for Rangi. There, Linga warns Meling that the trap might hurt innocent people, but Meling is too angry to listen. He keeps setting traps, ignoring his brother's warnings. One day, the young men of the Dayak Iban tribe are called by the traditional leader. The leader explains that they have to prove their bravery by finding their enemies and bringing back their heads. The young man who does this will be called a true warrior. The next day, the young men go into the forest to prove their bravery. Unfortunately, Meling gets a stomach ache and falls behind the group. Linga stays with Meling. They find a cave in the forest and spend the night there. After spending the night in the cave, Meling and Linga continued their journey in the forest. During their trip, they encountered a very venomous snake. There, Meling not only avoided the snake, but also cut off its head and kept it, just as his late father had taught him. Not long after, they were surprised by the arrival of people from other tribes, and a fight broke out. And Linga, who was better at martial arts, easily defeated his opponents. Meling, however, struggled with a tough opponent and was nearly killed when his head was pushed into the river. Luckily, Meling remembered the snake's head he had saved. He used it to bite his opponent's neck. The venom weakened his opponent, giving Meling a chance to win the fight. Instead of killing his opponent, Meling hesitated, still haunted by his father's death. Seeing this, Linga stepped in and beheaded the opponent for Meling. Linga not only showed his care by protecting Meling, but also gave the severed head to him. Linga advised Meling to claim the head as his own kill and not reveal that it was actually Linga who did it. For their success in bringing home the enemy's severed heads, Meling and Linga were crowned as true warriors. They were given special tattoos, which were a great honor for every young man there. This achievement made Mina fall in love with Meling. They eventually had an engagement ceremony witnessed by the traditional leader. Meanwhile, Rangi's group was struggling with food shortages and began to invade other tribes' territories, including the Dayak Iban tribe, known for its fertile land and long houses. Soon after, Rangi teamed up with a group of pirates to help him attack the Iban tribe. However, the youth of the Iban Dayak tribe learned about Rangi's meeting with the pirates. The true warriors of the Dayak Iban tribe prepared for the attack from Rangi's group. During the battle, Rangi's group, with the help of the pirates, caused a lot of trouble for the Dayak Iban warriors. Meling lost his duel and was about to be beheaded by Rangi. Luckily, Mina came to protect her fiancé. At that time, Linga killed the pirate leader, which hurt Rangi's morale. As a result, the Dayak Iban tribe successfully drove away Rangi and his group. One day, while Meling was relaxing in the forest, he suddenly received a mysterious package. He was shocked to find that it contained the severed head of his fiancée, Mina. There, Meling immediately believed that Rangi was responsible for this cruel act. Filled with rage, he went alone to Rangi's territory. He fought and defeated many people from the tribe by himself until he finally faced the murderer of his fiancée. But there, Rangi told Meling that he was a true fighter and would never kill a woman. However, Meling didn't believe him. He also saw the severed head of his late father on display there. Fueled by intense anger, Meling tried to kill Rangi. Even though Rangi was smarter and more skilled at fighting, he was drunk. This gave Meling an advantage, and he was able to defeat and behead Rangi. Bringing home both Rangi's head and his late father's head, Meling was crowned the leader of the true warriors of the Dayak Iban tribe. However, on the night of the coronation, Meling saw Linga wearing a bracelet that belonged to Mina. This made Meling worried and suspicious that his own brother might be the real killer of his fiancée. Things got worse when Sia revealed that Linga had been cruel to Mina. Furious, Meling confronted Linga, wanting to avenge Mina's death. But there, Linga didn't fight back. He only dodged and ran away from Meling's attacks. Unfortunately for Meling, in his haste, he fell into a trap he had set himself. Seeing his younger brother dying, Linga kept saying he wasn't the one who killed Mina. But Meling didn't hear him. Then Sia arrived, crying when she saw Meling, the leader of the true warriors, in such a condition. Unexpectedly, Sia admitted that she was the one who killed Mina. She confessed that she had loved Meling since they were kids, but he never loved her back. What hurt more was that even Linga, her escape, didn't notice her because he liked Mina. Hearing this, Linga became furious and wanted to behead Sia, but Meling stopped him. Then, Meling remembered his late father's words, saying that a true warrior doesn't behead anyone but must be willing to sacrifice his life for the people he loves. Before he died, Meling begged Linga to cut off his head. Meling wanted this so he could truly become a true warrior, just as their father had said. Even though Linga didn't want to do it, he eventually agreed to his brother's last request. Crying, Linga used his weapon to do that. In the pouring rain, Linga remembered their childhood friendship and brotherhood. The love, struggles, jokes, and laughter they shared stayed in Linga's mind after Meling's death. With Meling's death, the film ends. The moral lesson from this film is if you ever get a mysterious package in the forest, just return it to sender. And remember, family drama is way worse than fighting pirates and rival tribes.